Hey everyone, today we're gonna be doing a lead code question which is Grumpy Bookstore Owner. So they're saying there is a bookstore owner that has a store open for n minutes. Every minute, some number of customers enter to the store and they're saying you are given an integer array customer for of length n and where the customer in the customers array the ith index represent the number of customers that enter to the store at that particular ith time. Okay, so that ith index represent how many customers are entering to the store, and they're saying and all those customers leave at after end of the minutes. Okay, so if they enter at particular minute they will leave in the another minute. Okay, so they're saying on some minute the bookstore owner is grumpy. Okay, so you can say like it is sad or it is angry. So grumpy means okay, at some point, at some minute the bookstore owner is like very angry. So they're saying you are given an book array. So they're saying you are given an binary array grumpy where number like in the binary array grumpy the I represent, okay, the I means the owner is angry, you can say true, and if it is not, it is saying like you in this bookstore owner is grumpy when ith index is 1. If it is 0, that means he is okay. So whenever a book owner is grumpy or you can say angry, it do not sell the book, like the customer were not satisfied. They're saying when the customer owner is grumpy, the bookstore owner is grumpy, the customer of that particular minutes are not satisfied. Okay, so they are saying sorry, so the book owner knows the secret techniques. So they are saying, okay, book owner has one secret technique where it can make itself grumpy for m consecutive minutes. So they are saying, okay, it is having some technique which he can use to make himself not grumpy, not angry for some amount of time, but it should be a consecutive, and he can use the technique only once. Okay, and last they are saying return the maximum number of customers that can be satisfied throughout the day. So it is given some example, and let's see the constant. So they are saying, okay, the customer and the grumpy array can be size n, and n and minutes both can go from 1 to 10 to the power 4. Okay, and the you can say the customers, you can say number of customers in this customer array can go from 0 to 1000. Okay, and 0 like grumpy array will have 0 or 1. 0 represent it is not grumpy, 1 represent it is grumpy, or you can say he is angry. So let's see how we can do this with some code example. So let me take one example and we'll see what he is trying to ask. So they are saying, okay, we are given two array. So I have one array. So let me create one array. Okay, I have one array for customers. So I have my customers. Okay, customers array. I have my customers array. Customers array means at particular amount of time, these many customer can enter to our stores. Okay, okay, fine. So this is our customers array, which represent number of customers that can enter to store at particular amount of time. Again, we have some like grumpy array. Okay, so I have grumpy, which means I can say angry. I'll say okay, this means angry, angry. This represent like the array is the owner is grumpy. So this is grumpy array, which represent okay, if it is 1 that means owner is grumpy, if it is 0 that means he is not grumpy. Okay, I'll create that array again. So I have that array like 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 and 1. That means at some point he gets angry, at some point he do not. So let me say okay, I have this time, I have this time, this is one time, this is also one time, this is one also time, this is one time, this is also one time, and this is also one time. Okay, so let me say okay, this can be our time 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Okay, so at some point my okay, So I'll say, okay, if this is my customers array and this is my grumpy array. So if any customer come at this point, that means he is not grumpy. So 0 represent the owner is not angry. So I'll say, okay, if it is the owner, if it is 0, that means customer will be satisfied. If it is 1, that means customer is not satisfied. So we need to find out like how many total customers are getting satisfied from here. So let me say, okay, customer coming, okay, I'll say customer coming at 0th position will be satisfied. Okay, this will be satisfied, this will be satisfied, this will be satisfied, and this will be satisfied. Okay, so the total of this will be 1. Okay, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3 and 7. Okay, this means 0th, like 0, like owner have 0 as a grumpy state. That means he is okay. So at least this many customers will be satisfied. So I'll say, okay, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 2 plus 1 is 3, and 3, 7 is 10. So I'll say, okay, at least I'll say, okay, at least 10, 10 customers, okay, at least 10 customers will be satisfied. Okay, fine. This will be like at least 10 customers will be satisfied. Why? Because at this particular state, this owner is okay. He is not angry. He is not grumpy. Now they are saying we are given some minute. I have some minute m. So I'll say I am given some minute. Okay, which is 3 in this case. So he's saying, okay, for this particular amount of time can be used once and it should be consecutively. So that means, okay, if I say this owner can use this 3 amount of a time to maximize its customers. Okay, so if I say, okay, for this amount of time, if I say, okay, for this consecutive 3 minutes, he can make one more customer happy. So this is the like secret technique of a book owner to make customers happy. Like he will change his state to okay. He will not be angry for this consecutive minutes. So I can have this 3 as a consecutive minute. Okay, I can have this 3 as a consecutive minute. I can have this 3 as a consecutive minute. I can have this 3. I can have this 3, or I can have this 3. So I'm not sure like which 3 will be giving me the maximum. So this 3 can give me maximum, this 3 can give maximum, this 3 can give maximum, this 3 or this 3. I'm not sure which 3 will be giving me the maximum. Maximum customers, okay, which can be satisfied. So, okay, let's see one thing. So what if like I have that array again. So let me create that array. This time I'll say, okay, this is one array I have which represent both grumpy and this is one array. Let me take it separately. Okay, so okay, fine. I have one customers, 0 customer, 1 customer, 2 customer, 1 customer, 1 customer, 7 customer, and 5 customer. Okay, so I can have this state with customer and same goes with grumpy. Okay, so this state represent he is grumpy or not. Now let me choose 111. So at some point of a time, so let's say like I can make some owner grumpy for some sort of a time. So for this amount of a time, like if I make m, so let's say like for now this is my m. Okay, this will give me how much time? So if I say, okay, if I use this 3 consecutive minutes, so this is like 0 minute, 1 minute, 2 minute, means it is total 3 minutes. Or if you say 1, 2 and 3, so I can utilize my 3 minute, which is this, to make my this owner non grumpy. This means this one can be changed to 0. Okay, so I can make this as 0. So if I make this one as 0, I can contribute nothing. So from here, nothing is being contributed. Okay, fine. What if like if I choose another window? Okay, what if I choose this one? Okay, fine. So if I say, if I choose this one, I can again make this non-grumpy, make this non-grumpy. but total is contributed how much? 2. Fine. So we are just checking what is the maximum number of customers we can make this owner like satisfied the customers. So another can be this, another can be this, my next can be this, and another can be this. Okay, fine. So for each of them, if I say, okay, if I take this particular window, I can make only one. This I can make this as non grumpy, means I can satisfy only 2 customers from here. Okay, I can satisfy 2 customers from here. Again, if I check this window, okay, this window, that means I can change this to this 2 to non grumpy. That means I can make this state as not angry. So from here I can contribute like 3 customers. I can contribute 3 from here. Okay, I got 3 from here. Again, I can contribute like this much. So here I am just getting one customer. Now if you see the last one, I can make these 2 as non-grumpy. So if I change the state this to 0, this one, I can contribute 1 customer from here, 5 customer from here. So in total I can contribute 6 customers. Okay. So if I say in the initial state, when the owner is not grumpy, at least 10 customers were already satisfied. Now, using this secret technique, using the 3 consecutive minutes, I can make that owner as non-grumpy, and which can help me to maximize my satisfied customer. So if I say, okay, if I take this, like if I make this 3 consecutive minutes as non-grumpy, I can take 3 satisfied customer from here, 6 satisfied customer from here, making this 2 as a non-grumpy. Okay, so what is the brute force idea? Okay, firstly we can contribute our initial satisfied customer using one loop, so that should be order of n. Now we need to check, like for each state I need 3 consecutive minutes. For each state I need 3 consecutive. For each state I need 3. For each state I will be checking. Okay, if I make the consecutive 3 from here, if I make the consecutive 3 from here, if I make the consecutive 3 from here, it will take order of n into m, because like we are iterating again m times for each n items. Okay, for each item I will be iterating m times. So it will give me the time complexity of uh, order of n into m, where m is the minutes. Okay, so we need to optimize something. So what if like I'm already contributed something, like instead of counting this 3 again and again, like instead of counting this m again and again, what if like I can contribute this much, then I can remove this part and I can include this part. I can remove this part. So what I will be doing, I'm just like I'm just removing this part, I'm including this part. I'm removing this part, I'm including this part. Removing this, including this. Removing this, including this. So this type of approach is known as sliding window. So we have a fixed m size of a window, like minute size of a window. We have initially created a windows with m size or the minute size. We have the initial amount. Now, every time we try to remove one element from the previous case, like we will be removing from end, we will be appending something to the front, and we will be checking what is the current satisfied customer. So because we already have 0, we will remove if it is 1. So if any unsatisfied customer is being removed, we need to remove from here as well. See, how can I explain? Okay, so this will be a good example. Okay, what if like I have this as not satisfied customer? This from here only 2 is being getting contributed. So for this case, 2 is contributed. Now for this also nothing got removed because 1 having 0 count. That's fine. For this particular amount, like for this amount, I have 0, 1 and 0. Okay, so 1 contribute 2 over here. So this window have 2 as a contribution. Now if I remove this case, it is not satisfied 1. So it does not affect, because either we remove or select, we are not checking for the not satisfied customer. So this will also be 2. Now if for this window I have also included one more. So I have contributed over here. Now for this window, I remove this part. Okay, this was not satisfied customer, which we have added in this window, and in the next window we have removed this part. So for now we remain only one. So this is what we call as a sliding window approach. So initially we'll count all of zeros customers, then we'll create some window of m size, then we'll shift this window by one step, and each time we will checking, okay, what is the maximum we got from here. So each time we will be taking maximum. Okay, this is maximum, this from all, what is the maximum. So from all I got 6 as a maximum. I will be contributing it to the maximum, like the at least one, like whatever comes with 0 will be as the maximum customer which are satisfied, along with the maximum we got from here. So this is what like overall approach is. So let me create code for it, so which will be easy to understand. So let me zoom a bit. So like what we will be doing, like we will be using, for now, like we will be creating a window of some size, like the given m size. Okay, so suppose we'll create the m size window first. So for creating m size window, I need to iterate over this array. So if I'm using the Python for now, what I can do, I can make a group of them. So let me create a group of them. Yeah. So let me create a group. I can create a group like I have some situations. So it is just a pair of, like I will be iterating both the array for now for the betterment of code. So I have my situations array. So I have my situation array, which will have a list of what I will be making a like a pair of both customers, and my grumpy array, because I will be iterating both simultaneously. Okay, this will give me a list. Fine. Now I have my like satisfied customer, like total satisfied. Okay, satisfied customer, fied, or just we'll say like set. Okay, satisfied customer. I'll take the size. So satisfied customer is 0 initially. Size, like I can take any size, like maybe grumpy. Okay, so this will give me the size of a array. Now, firstly, I need to get the current, like how much contribution I have done using zeros. So I'll again like I'll say okay for customers, and you can say for customer and the mood of the owner. So I'll say okay for customer and mood in the situation array. Okay, so I'm just iterating both the array instead of using indexes. I'm just iterating over the numbers. So I'll say okay, just iterate over the situation array. If mood is equals to 0, that means I can at least contribute them to our satisfied customers. So I'll say okay, these customers are now satisfied. I'll just take cust as a, like make it small, so I'll take cust as a satisfied one. Okay, this will be the satisfied customer. If the like the mood is 0, you can say the grumpy state is 0. That means owner is not angry. Now we'll create our window. Okay, so we'll create our initial window, which will be of like m size, or you can say the minute size. So what I am just doing some secret over here. So I'm using some secret technique where I will be making some non-satisfied customer as satisfied. So I'll say secret technique. Secret I have like, or just make it like you can say what to say, the maximum satisfied, like unsatisfied. Okay, unsatisfied. And similarly I might have the current unsatisfied. I will be checking for each state. So I'll say okay, current unsatisfied customer, both are 0 for now. I will be iterating, like I will be running a for loop for the first m minutes. So I'll say okay, for I in range from like 0 to minutes. So I'll say okay, minutes. I will be like checking if my, you can say I'm just getting what I'm getting customer and mood. So I'm getting customer and mood from this situation array. situation array with ith index. Now if I check, okay, if my mood is equals to 1, okay, that means this can be added to our satisfied customer. So my initial satisfied customer will be, I can say current satisfied customer will be equals to maximum satisfied. Like initially I have some window, so I can make this as a satisfied customer. Here I need to add the customers. Okay, this I can place like, okay, initially I can have this as 0. Now I can make like, okay, I can have my current satisfied, okay, current unsatisfied as max satisfied. Okay, so I will be iterating over the windows again. So I will be checking, okay, if my, you can say I will be iterating till like how much. So I'll say, okay, I will iterate in range, like I will be starting from 1 now, because I have already contributed the 0 to m minutes. Okay, 0 to m I have already included. So I will be checking for 1 to the size minus the minute. Okay, so I will be iterating over the size minus minute plus 1. So what I'm trying to say, let me check here or tell here. So if this is the size m, if I say, okay, this is size m having index 0 to 5. So if I have length, okay, I have my length as 8 for now. My m is what? M is given 3. So I need to iterate at least over here. Like I need to create this as a last window. So if I say, okay, length, which is 8 minus minute, which is 3, it will give me what? 5. But in Python, it is not inclusive the last one. So I need to say, okay, last plus 1, like the size minus m plus 1. I need to include the 5 as well. So I will be creating another window starting with 5, which is this one. Okay. So I have created one more window which is starting from this fifth index, having created the three items in it, like m items in it. Okay, so let me say, okay, I will be iterating till where size minus minute, but it is not inclusive in Python, so I will be writing plus 1 over here. That means I need to include it also. Now, what I will be checking, I might be having some out customers going out, and I will be having my out mood. Okay, out mood from where this situations array. Okay, I will be having my situation array where the outgoing index will be the out elements. Similarly, I have my incoming elements. So I'll say, okay, incoming customers and incoming mode, like the coming next window. So I will say, okay, it will be like minute plus I. Like I have already minutes calculated, so I'll say, okay, minute plus I minus 1. So it will also giving me what? The next element which will be coming over here. Now, if I say, if in any point, if my out mode, if any point out mode is equals to 1, that means I am removing my some customers from here, like this contributed unsatisfied customer is going out. So that means I need to remove it from my current unsatisfied customer, which will be like minus the outcast. Okay, similarly, if something is coming in my satisfied customer, that means the incoming mode is equals to 1. That means I will be like adding it to my the current satisfied customer. Fine. Every time I will be checking the maximum. So maximum satisfied will be like maximum satisfied equals to max of the max satisfied and the you can say current unsatisfied. Okay. Now at last I will be returning what? I have my total satisfied customer plus I need to have this max unsatisfied customer. I am just contributing from here. So I'll say, okay, max unsatisfied. So let me compile this code. Let me make it a bit small. So it is giving me some error. We'll see what is the error here. So now what is saying, like, okay, I have initially 10 and expected 16. So my max is not being contributed because okay, both I am just like removing. So I need to like include this incoming customers. So let me compile this code again. So let's see if it is working fine or not. This is working fine. Let me submit this code, and it should also work fine because we are just checking the next M windows over here. So yeah, this is work fine, and this is like most optimized, I'll say. And we are using the time complexity. The total time complexity is like order of n. I'll say order of n for this one. Initial order of, you can say I am using order of initial order of m over here, or the minutes. Okay, minutes, order of minutes over here. Here I'm using like what, order of n minus minutes. Okay, so order of n minus minute I'm using over here. That means in total I'm using how much? I'm using, if I say overall, I'm using n plus m. You can say in total, like total TC is order of n plus m. I say m is the minute over here. Okay, so this is our total TC, and space I haven't used some. You can say I'm just iterating over the same array if you ignore this part. So this can be ignored using the indexes alone. So if I say overall time complexity is n plus m. So yeah, that's all for today's. Thanks for watching.